Broadcasting from our super expensive state-of-the-art satellite that was recently eaten by a giant piranha plant and then subsequently destroyed by several ender dragon, to your computer or mobile device, this is Minecraft News! Hello and welcome to Minecraft News, bringing you the most news for your views. I'm Adam A.K. Swingbird, filling in for Barbara Blacksheep. Today is Friday, April 5th, and here is the news. Now, big 1.6 news, the horse update. Jeb has shown on Instagram what the horses are going to look like. Now, they're not quite as nice looking as the Mo Creature horses, in my opinion, but they do look pretty good, and they're only showing one type here. But hopefully we'll get different breeds, maybe some different colors, at least as many as the cat, like 3 or so would be nice, and maybe some special horses like Pegasus or something cool. Now you can see there's like a 3D looking saddle, which is pretty nice, but this looks mostly in line with the rest of the other farm animals, so I think it will do. So I'm pretty excited about that. Now Jeb was talking about 1.6, but Dinnerbone was mentioning 2.0 again. Now 2.0, as you know, was an April Fool's joke, but Dinnerbone put out a warning to anyone who is going to play 2.0, or start a server with 2.0. You have to be careful because if there's bugs in it, you're on your own. They're not going to support updating it because it was a joke. So be forewarned if you want to make a 2.0 server or play in 2.0 world. Now, speaking of that, 2 blocks that I mentioned before that I thought were going to be pretty nice and ones that I figured we should have in 1.6 or a future update were the coal block and the dyed glass. Now, Dinnerbone happened to mention both of those. He said the coal blocks were cool, but they're not actually sure if they can add them to vanilla because charcoal screws everything up in his opinion. Someone asked him to clarify if it was because of the IDs, and he said no, logical issues with crafting and destroying. There would have to be separate coal and charcoal blocks. Right now in 2.0, when you break a charcoal block or a coal block down, even if it was made with charcoal, it will become coal. Which, in my response to him, I said I think that would be fine. If it's between that and not having them in the game at all, I would rather have the coal blocks. Also, alternately, they could make a charcoal block and just have a different pattern or a darker color, so there would be more building materials. But either way, I hope we get the coal blocks. Now, the fate of the dyed glass is not looking so hot. There's a lot of transparency issues apparently. People were asking him to clarify. So Dinnerbone said that if you look through the tinted glass into anything transparent, it just vanishes. Now the only one that I could find was water, and as you can see here, it is pretty weird. It makes the water disappear completely. Someone said maybe we could just dye wooden planks with paint. That would kind of be an alternate, but he didn't respond to that. But he did say when someone asked if the FPS drop fixing the transparency would be worse than the clouds one we had with 1.5, and Dinnerbone said way worse, so we got to be careful with that. The transparent blocks aren't worth losing that many FPS, so it's completely unrelated to the lighting engine, I guess. And if you see here, yeah, you can. It's a pretty bad. Water's the only one I noticed, but I'm sure there's other transparent blocks that it does it with too. So yeah, the fate of the tinted glass is not looking good, unfortunately. But in brighter news, it's spring now, so let's go out to the field to our weatherman Marcus. He's going to report with the weather. How's it looking out there on this fine spring day?
Pretty much everywhere. It's going to be hot.
Alright, sounds good. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next time for more Minecraft news. Goodbye.